Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This came out 5 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. So this is a reading for the 23rd of August. You might notice the tone shift moving into Virgo season. Some kind of challenge around a relationship might be coming up. News, messages coming in. Okay, so maybe it's about somebody. There's definitely messages. There's a challenge with somebody here. It might be around this relationship, or maybe this other person's experiencing a challenge. Let's see, receiving some kind of information about them and something that may be a competitive situation or a testing situation or a challenge of some sort coming through. So let's see what else is coming in around the 23rd of August. Let's see. Okay. 7 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay. And the 5 of Pentacles. All right. Okay. So it feels like a situation requires some discretion today. Someone is being this Queen of Wands here, and they've got a lot of information that they're processing, and they're potentially having to work with a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes and managing a situation and being really discerning about what information is coming towards you. So I feel like, yeah, it's like funny communication day. What do you do with this information that you're hearing? It could even be gossip or something through the grapevine, but it feels like there's it doesn't have to be that necessarily, but it just feels like there's something going on behind the scenes here, or something that you're hearing news of, that it's like, yeah, processing, and it maybe somebody's done, yeah, it's like you're hearing news about a person and it's like, what do I do with this information, or how do I approach this? It's like the gift of knowledge, but then sometimes it's like I sort of wish I didn't know that. Just like the chickens are being really loud at the moment. So yeah, I feel like you're hearing a piece of information that could be challenging or a testing situation. Maybe you're hearing about another person, or maybe another person's partner even, or just something that someone's doing that you're like, not sure about that. Not sure about that influence. And then, yeah, it's very much like, what do I do with the information? So somebody is taking like the leadership role within a situation. And it's kind of like, what do they do with that information? Because that would be really easy to go down the path of judgment, to go down the path of rejection, or to go down the path of something like that. But it feels like this situation needs a little bit more diplomacy or discretion than just, it needs a little bit more of some things going on behind the scenes and trying to really understand everybody's story. There's multiple stories here, and it's like a sense of trying to piece together all these stories, and somebody said somebody's doing this, and somebody said somebody's like this, and it's like trying to work out. It feels messy, to be honest. It feels very much like there's a part of, it's almost like you want to paint somebody as the villain in the situation, but there isn't that, or that's understanding that from, maybe there is somebody that feels like the villain, or somebody you want to paint as the villain, but also it's this sense that you also might be able to understand their story as well, which makes it harder for you to paint them as a villain. Or maybe it's like just understanding so much more about what's going on. Like you might be getting a lot of somebody's backstory, or a lot of what's going on underneath, behind the scenes with somebody, and that might be coming up, and it's a little bit like, what do you do with that information? There is hidden information that's coming up and out today that feels like potentially somebody could feel like they're under siege, or feel like that there is it's this information needs to be managed carefully. And it feels like, again, it's challenging. Some kind of challenging information is coming up and being revealed. But yeah, handle this with care, handle it with diplomacy, and understand there's always more than one side to the story. That's kind of the energy of the day. It's quite a fascinating one. But it's seeing how everything's so interwoven, and it's like not wanting to, I keep getting to, I want to paint someone as the villain, but I also don't. So it's just, yeah, getting a bit more of the story and understanding the story. Somebody's story is important today. So it may be even you're finding out things about somebody's past, and it's like, ooh, maybe I just wish I hadn't known that. But it's, there's more to the story, and that's what they keep saying. It's like there's all this information that's unraveling and interwoven, and it's complicated. So it almost feels a little bit like it might be really important to just wait for all the elements of the story to come together before you reach any kind of conclusion or judgment here. Is the energy for the day. That's how I'm feeling it. So, yeah, that's the situation for the 23rd of August. Thanks so much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read all your comments, and I truly appreciate it. And take care.